Hello guys, just a quick going through some different exercises we can do with our resistance band. So myself, so you know sometimes I'm the headless man, well my assistant is the headless and limbless lady on my right, okay there. Now our bands go from weakest to strongest, yellow, red, green, blue, then black. And really on that one, you might have those three together. You might have some exercise eventually where all of them are together. It's what resistance that you want. Some of the workouts eventually will have one band on and the same band will do the whole workout. Then we might break things down. And so for our legs, we might want to have a higher resistance. And for our arms, upper body, push-ups, sit-ups or whatever, we might want a low resistance. You might have a high resistance and add a little bit on. And all that is learning, getting experience with the bands as we go along. When we start introducing them from Wednesday, it'll be with a turtle session, which will then be a resistance one, and I think the one's called the resist session. We'll do some turtle exercises, and then we'll do resistance band exercises, and we'll work through them until we'll all get nicely expert with them, unclipping, clipping on, quickly, and everything else. But we couldn't ever do a circuit with these. There's always going to be the time to clip and get your band so it's correct, okay, and all right. This one I'm going to be using, the blue one, for demonstration purposes, okay? So I'll put those down there. We've got the ones with the metal clasps, not the plastic ones, so it's going to be a lot better. They clip on nicely done. And you've got the, so check in as bands go on and they're getting used, check for wear and tear. The cotton outer on this is for protection for you. If you do get a band that snaps, it's not going to hurt you, anything like that. And the other thing is, it's more comfortable with it. All you've got to remember is, if we couldn't do a squat exercise, which I'll just demonstrate in a second, you find the middle part, smooth it out, and that's the area you stand on. When you stand on it, you've still got the elastic, it'll give, and the cotton outer cover is not going to stop you stretching the band. All right, that's with that one. First of all, I'm going to demonstrate a few exercises. Well, we've got lots of different routines we can do, and there's over 300 exercises you can do with bands. I'll do some, then we'll switch to the door, and I'll do a quick stop, pause, then we'll talk about the door exercises, okay? So, any exercises we've done so far, we can use the bands for. What you've got to remember is, we're going to be doing exercises with a set of 30-pound bands, and some of them, you'll be doing the same ones where somebody's in a gym right now around the world doing a lat pull down on a machine worth £4,500. Are they getting any more out of it? Not really. No, not at all. Okay, so we're going to start, let's squat. So I'm going to find the middle of the middle of the band here, stretch it out to there, okay? Then I'm going to stand on it, 2 feet. I've got both feet on it. Now, you've got a band, you're thinking, oh, 2 feet, that's a bit much. Don't change the band, stand with 1 foot in it, that low resistance. I dip down to here, okay? Nice loose grip of the handles, turn it up, hold to there, and I squat down and back, and down and back. And I've got my resistance there already. I might want to put the black band, I might want to go to black and blue band eventually. It depends what we're doing. If we're doing slow repetitions like this, dip it down, you know what I'm saying, on to it, off to it, then we're going to have more. If we're doing light and more reps, we're going to have less resistance on there. You'll work out and get that resistance, and I can feel that already in my hamstrings and everywhere else. Pause and hold. From there, shoulder presses all the way up, back down again, up and back. That's both feet in the band there. I bring it down to here. I've now got 1 foot in the band, and I'm here, and I'll press. And that's not unbalancing the body in either way. Got a shoulder press, nicely pressed. I've now got a single arm alternate pressing there. And with the grips, it's nicely held and comfortable all the way through. I can bring it back down. I've got 1 foot in the band again, and from here, I can start bicep curling. Bicep curls, and there. I put a band on, bicep curl example, I'm thinking, oh, that's a bit, I want to change it. Instead of changing it, I can let go of the handle, hold the band, and because it's a cotton on the outside, I can gently take it around the hand, and that's going to increase my resistance there. More tension on the band, okay? So there, nice up and down, and back. So that way, we're shortening down the band, that's increasing the resistance, and we haven't got, if we'll hold the handle, so we can either take the foot down, stamp on it a bit more, but to maintain that posture, we can wrap the hand around and hold it here. Now, on that one, I know some of you pointed out you've already got resistance bands, that's fine. The best ones to have are the ones with these handles on because they're more comfortable, okay? The bands that you've got, which are like big elastic bands, could be this wide, but you grab them and they're designed for Pilates, and for what for that, they are ideal. But when you certain things that we are doing with those, you can't necessarily switch up the resistance and change it straight away. But if they're the ones you prefer, then that is fine, okay? It's just that awkwardness when you get sweaty hands, it's going to slip through the grip. If you want to keep that, you've got to wrap it around your hands. Some people tie knots in the end, all right? And those knots you can use on the doors to put them through, but then you're going to start wearing away that band, all right? If I'm going to recommend it, I'd say these. But if you want to keep seeing how we get on, see how you get on with your bands that you already got, then that's fine, all right? So another example of, let me adjust this a little bit. If I want to do an upright row, so I'm going to stand 1 foot on the band. I've got my bands to here. I'm doing a single arm upright row, just slightly bent over, in there, up I comes, one arm, okay? I want to do a tricep kick back, arm straight, and I push to the rear. Notice I'm holding the band, there. I'm looking down that angle there, I'm not keep turning looking at you. That is isolating down and doing my tricep, there, taking that out, okay? Good, down the spine as well at the same time. If I want to be a bit more comfortable, I can hold the handle. And now I'm going to get in the realms of whatever is comfortable for you. So hold it to them, holding the handle, and now kick back, kick back, kick back, kick back with the tricep. 2 hands, find the middle, place it on the floor, take the bar to here, and it's a deadlift. So with a deadlift, I'm squatting down this position here, and I pull up and stand, dip down and stand, dip down and stand, shoulders back there and back up again. So lower body, you can see how all that is working fine, okay, with the resistance bands as they are. So here, I want to start working my shoulders. If I stand sideways, I've got 2 arms, shoulder raise, back down, shoulder raise, back down, alternate arm, shoulder raise, up and back again. I've got 1 foot on the band at the time moment, don't need 2, there. If I want to increase the resistance, I'll put another band on. If I want to go all the way, it's all the way up and back down, all the way up and back down. And we just keep going there, fully raised and back down to there. So shoulder exercise. Again, I've got bare feet. Some people like having trainers on. With these bands and the material on the outside, you're okay in your bare feet, guys, all right? But that again is down to your preference. So, changed over, got my foot in the middle of the band, flies out to the side, shoulder raise to side, sorry, out we go, shoulder raise to side, there, raising up, side raises, big workout there. So already I've showed you leg workout, lower body, and working up to and into the old shoulders, all right, to there. Good. Sitting down, let me adjust that. That's it. So on the floor, we're all good at curling the toes up towards the shins. There. That's not going to go anywhere, okay? So it's out, and I want to do a bit of rowing. Arms are straight, I'm just holding the bands, and I pull in and back, in and back. Imagine your string, chest, top of the head, and the shoulders. Different exercise. I'll hold the handles, and from here, I'm pulling up and back down, there and back. And I'm coming down till I feel the resistance go off those bands. And the advantage of resistance bands is that when we go up, you're working the muscles as they activate and deactivate. That's now doing my abs at the same time. There we go, nice up and back down again. Good. Talking of the abs, on the feet, I'm gonna lie back, keep my feet to there. I'm holding the side and I just raise up and pull at the same time. I curl the hands up and down, curl up and back down. Still got my neck, up and back down, curl up and back, curl up and back. And notice I haven't got to get the body up off the floor. It's just that curling forward, it's a big crunch of the abdominal area, and that resistance is making the abs work harder. There, up and back down again. I'll sit back up. Lots of different sitting down exercises. We may decide to kneel. We kneel on the band. Why? Because kneeling, you're isolating this part of the body downwards, from hips down. You're now down to the upper body. So as we're kneeling, we're pressing. And now you've got the body isolated, just using the upper body to do a shoulder press. You're not using the legs. That takes it all the way down. So again, we can do this one. We can raise up to the side and back down again. We can come all the way up full circles and back down. All the way up and back down again. And then we can shorten it down and we can start doing arm curls either side, alternate or together. I can take one hand nice and high and hold to here, and we can start doing our inventions now. I can do from here wood chops to the side, across the body, working the tricep at the same time. The handle starts to know me, I can take that off. I can come back up to here. Now look what we're getting. We're getting that workout, the cross section that we talk about, from a shoulder to the opposite hip. Working it along, and back down again. When we start working with these, we'll stick to the basic ones, 8 or 9 different exercises, so we know working through the body before we start changing them out. We want to start doing a bit like isometrics. You can do isometrics with the resistance bands. So when we're pulling apart, we can now got the band. We're taking that band apart now. There. Now what I'm doing here is I'm stretching it out. Inside the band's gone taut, I'm letting my hands go down the outside of the material and I open it up, and that's getting the elasticity out to here and back in again. Goes out and back. And for this one, for my chest, I would actually have 3 or 4 of the bands on there at the same time. The black, the blue, and certainly the green or red. So there, out and back down again. So we increase that resistance and we hold, then we let it back down again. So we've got the alternative of isometrics with our bands at the same time. So that is just using the bands with none of the attachments. However, we've got our door anchor, and the door anchor takes everything to the next level. Okay, now just so happens my door closes towards me here, and that's ideal because that's through the door and I'm pulling, that door is not going to come open, all right? If you've got a door which works the other way, it opens towards you. Little tip is make a little sign if there's people in the house with you and put a sign on the handle on the other side. Do not open. I'm working out. Because if they put the handle, you're pulling it, that's going to come flying through. It's not so much the door, it's this coming from the outside of the door and whacking you on the back of the head or the back, all right? So that on that one. Make sure that the door, it clips and does. When my door handle fell off, that was me pulling it. I'd never tie your bands to the door, all right? And don't use your wardrobe door. You'll pull it off or pull the wardrobe on top of you, okay? So, door anchor. Right, I'm going to slide it in the top. There. That's not going to go anywhere. I'll just unclip the band. I'll stick on the blue band for demonstration. Slide that through. Now I've got the whole door and I can do different exercises. It's not going to go anywhere. And I'm turning the bands now into a piece of equipment worth a few £1,000, standing here, nice and high, going high up to there, take them back to there, triceps, both together, there, pulling upwards. That's now doing right down the spine. The abs are engaged. It's a big, full core exercise. I can switch from there, from the top of the door, take them to the side. I've now got flyers going on, out and back. Chest working hard. You'll feel those pecs, guys. We're now doing exercises that we can't do with a turtle bag, with the beam, or any of the other exercises we do. We can do a little bit with free stuff on the nil grip, but this is taking it next level. Out to there, we're going to stop, and here, and I can chest press out and back, working the chest muscles there. If I want to take it down through the body, different angle, I can take the door anchor off and slide down the side of the door and lower it down. There, out we go, good stuff, there. Back out to here, and some flies going on, out we go. I can stem to hold it here, I can come out, lunge and back, alternate legs, lunging down. I can lunge down and push out at the same time, there and back, out and back, pushing them out all the way, there, increasing our exercise. I can come out to here, hold up and pull down and squat at the same time, pulling down and squatting at the same time. And you Nordic walkers amongst you, we can get to here. Skiers actually got bits of machinery to do this, a couple of £1,000. It's there, and all we're doing is, it's down and back. That's double arm. We can go single arm here by taking it back, left and right, all the way up, then back down again. And we can increase the resistance on the bands, we can go faster and we can go slower. That's what the band's there. I can take it to the side of the door, and from the side of the door, I'm now going to have both my handles together. I can cut out the one handle, clip into both if I want to, single arm flies. Nice and straight out there, straight out and back, that position there, or I can come all the way to chest and back, all the way to chest and back down. That's a huge exercise there, out and back, there, just to balance off for me only. So again, for speed, I've got both the handles, I can clip it in and come out the one handle if I want to. We're now getting to the realms of this is to do with these bands. The door anchor is fine and safe. Your Pilates bands that you've got, you might struggle a bit with these ones, all right, guys? So I'm going nice straight arm, I've got soft legs, and I'm calling it into there, just straight ahead of me, 90 degrees. Rotator cuff, loves it. In fact, Baby and I use this one sometimes before rehabilitation, the bands, especially the yellow ones, and I can go all the way around and back, all the way around and back. That's the angle there. I want to work the muscles differently. I've now gone to the bottom of the door. In the bottom of the door, same exercise. From here, I'm now going that way. That has changed everything. I'm going upwards now, okay? There, up we go, that angle there. I can sweep it around and back, waist, there. I can hold it to here, waistline, pull around, wood chop. Twisting it round, we know how our rotations work. With all the exercise we do, that's working us right through the waistline. And we switch it around doing the other way. From the bottom here, one of my favorites. It's from that angle there, and it's all the way up and back down, up and back down. You know those curves and circles we talk about? That's what we're getting there, up and back down, up. I might want to pause to here and do some squats at the same time, there. I might come forwards, underhand grip, and box, and change the feet, and box again, and keep it going, boxing it out, okay? Good. Guy called Billy Banks in the States. Made himself a millionaire. You know why? He's an athlete, or ex-athlete now. Pair of gloves with a loop in and one cheap band with a bit of plastic on it. It was a cheap band, all right? Loop, that's all. And he had a little video of him boxing at the same time. You can do it with these guys. You don't need it, all right? That's that one. So I'm going to unhook this. You'll see why in a second. Taking that off there. Okay. Good. I'm going to come down to quick exercise to show you using the ankle straps, okay? That's going to go through my ankle and the loop will be at the back of the foot. I was going to do 2 videos. I was going to break it. I was going to do one and break it and show you the door one. I've joined it together. And yes, once we're getting into it, I will do some full routine videos of just resistance band workout, okay, for us to get done. That's going to be there. So I'm putting this through the door anchor, okay, to the midpoint, to the bottom of the door. That's not going to go anywhere. I'm now clipping on to there, and I'll clip on. That's that done. Okay, I've got to come forward now. I'm struggling to get forward. Got to adjust my camera. Here we go. There, so you can see. So, the foot's on the door, and I want to work this area here. What I'm going to do now is step forwards, step, dip, and back. Now look how the knee starts working there and back. There. It's a slight dip and back. I can stand here, and from there, hip flexor, forwards, rear, forwards, rear. That's hip flexor, lower pelvic floor, right through your abs. Another exercise with the bands, you can't do those Pilates ones, guys. This is hooked around your lower leg, then in 2 knots under your door, forwards and back. I want to turn around the other way and do the hamstrings. Haven't got to undo it. I'll rotate around here to there. Okay, so I'm lifting up and back, up and back. That's the belly. That's a massive exercise on the hamstring, there and back, there and back. Or I can do the reverse, step, there, step. That takes up the hip flexor area, there and back, out and back again. And obviously to the side, I can do that one from here, side, out, squat and back, there and back, there and back. All athletes use resistance bands in their workouts, guys, out and back and there again. That's the legs done. I need a cup of tea. Now, starting Wednesday with the turtles and some band exercises. So you've got your bands, great stuff. You've only got your Pilates band. That's fine, okay? Let us know. We've got a few sets of these left. If you do want them, let me know, okay? We've got a couple of names on them ready to be sent out. If you don't want to use the bands and you think, yeah, but I don't want to miss a turtle, I want to do my resistance, we'll be doing an exercise where you can use the cans. So bring 2 cans. So if we're doing flanks, the shoulder raise. If we're using the bands and raising upwards and really pulling it upwards, you can use your bands and raise up at the same time. Sorry, the cans at the same time to there, all right? Pilates bands, if you got them. If you just got the one band, but you're happy using one band, that's fine, all right? But we do advise you use the stronger ones for lower body, because your lower body is naturally a lot stronger than the upper body, no matter how fit you get. So we've got, so far, just so you know, the 3 resistance band only workouts that we've got there. Oh, no, there's 4, all right? So all those different exercises, differently, I worked it all together. I've actually put together just about 124 different exercises. Not going to need them all. We actually need about 8 or 9, 124 different ones all together that we bring in as we progress with what we're doing on a weekly basis. Might be some resistance time where we start to use the bands if we still got them. But don't be put off if you haven't got your bands. You haven't got them, get some, all right? If you want to get some. If you don't, get your cans. If you already got yours, that's fine. Use them. On that one, you've already got a band. If they're like this, check the material for wear and tear on the outside. If you haven't got the material ones and they're straight to the band, make sure you check this section here. That's the part that takes all of the stress, right? You're checking for any cracks or anything like that. If they've been hanging up in sunlight, bad place to put them. If they've not been used for a long time, wrong. It's like any elastic, it has to be used, and that keeps it nicely fresh and mobile, okay? If you've got a set and somebody gave you them or you bought them and the rings are not metal, they're plastic, I wouldn't use them, okay? I wouldn't, because if these do snap, they can hurt, all right? The other place to check is where they come through the metal and that area there. All nuts put together, and that's a nice tight tube that's put on the end like a grip. That's not going to pull through there. Always check your bands, guys. If you're wrapping your hands around a band and you're pulling, 6 inches is the minimum you go to. If you're stretching that much out there, it means you've got to go to the next band, all right? That's what I was telling you. So remember with these ones, you find the middle, even at the tube. That's where my feet would be as I stand on there, and that's the part here which I'm now working and stretching out, okay? Any questions on a postcard? Answers, please. Put a stamp on, send it. Any questions? Text, email, or whatever. All right? Good stuff. Cup of tea, slice of cake time now. See you tomorrow, guys. It was going to be tomorrow. It's now Monday. Yeah. Beam Fit, Beam Pilates tomorrow. Then turtles and stuff. Getting carried away. Speak to you later. Okay, bye.